Welcome to an all-new Let's Play. This time we're going to play Banished, which came out this year. It's an indie game. I think, in fact, there was just one guy who built the whole thing, which is kind of remarkable. It's well worth checking out if you haven't already. It's only about 20 bucks on Steam, so yeah, pick it up. If you know nothing about it, I'm not going to do a basic this is how to play of the game, but if you want to see how to play it, check out some of the Banished Let's Play footage that Quill18 has put out. I would recommend. But yeah, for us, I've already done a few. I've already played a little bit. I've achieved a town or village rather, of 600 citizens. I let myself get killed off by letting too many immigrants come in, or migrants, which really tips the balance in this game, and that wiped me out before I reached the town. But there's a lot of achievements here, and really I'm not just going to play through a game like most of the other playthroughs. I want to do something that's a little bit different. So I was thinking what we would go for is this one with nature. Reach 400 citizens without building crop fields, orchards or pastures. Now, from a point of view of the gameplay, what this means is that you don't have concentrated food sources, because you only have things like gathering and hunting and fishing, I suppose. So those are your sources of food, but they tend to take a lot of space to generate food. Your sort of farming concepts are a lot more compact in terms of the amount of food they create. So our challenge here is A, to have enough space to reach 400 citizens, and B, to get enough food variety. Without the food variety, you tend to get unhealthy. So yeah, that's what we are going to target. I had thought of doing this one as well, but that really might be quite a challenge, especially since I'm going to start on hard difficulty, of course. Now, one thing I might just do is, I had lowered the music volume, but I think it needs to be reduced somewhat more, and it will probably, let's reduce all of these as well. They're just a little bit too omnipresent, so let's just lower them all down. Apply, okay. Now, let's do new game. Okay. The town of Siliconia. Valleys, what have we got? Valleys or mountains? Mountains is actually more difficult because there's less land, and that could make our challenge here really difficult, so we won't do valleys. Terrain size, we need as much space as we can get. I'll go for fair climate because what we're targeting is hard anyway. What fair versus harsh? Harsh is probably more effective to it doesn't actually say here, but it's probably more impact when you're farming, so it's probably not going to make that much difference. We'll leave disasters on. Starting conditions will of course do hard. So what's the difference? Well, easy, you've got 6 families, so you've got more people, you get a large amount of resources with you, and you also get things like seeds for fields and orchards and livestock. If you go to medium, you've got 5 families, you still have quite a lot of materials, and you have some seeds. Well, aside from anything else, the seeds are useless to us, so all we're losing by going on hard is we're down to 4 families, which is fine. We've got a small amount of clothing, food, firewood and tools, and that's fine. Really the rest of the game plays out the same, so some of these other settings probably have more bearing on whether it's hard or easy, as does what you're actually playing for. So since we're going for a victory condition that doesn't allow any sort of farming, well, it's not really a victory condition, it's just an achievement, I guess. There aren't victory conditions. You can more or less keep on playing unless you get completely wiped out. It's a very sandbox game and very addictive. You're kind of living on a knife's edge with lots of things that can tip you to disaster. So getting to 400 could be quite a challenge. And here we are. So the first thing I'm going to do is pause and scroll out a bit just to see what our map looks like. Wow, there's quite a lot of waterways, aren't there? That little one won't be where the trading boats come from. Hopefully this is where the trading boats come from. If not, must be surely. You can see that a large map is truly enormous. Actually, I wonder if there's an option for... Is that option? Ah, yes, options is what I want. Options, input, menu, pause, move forward, rotate right, hoping that there's like a speed, saved camera, no, game, naval edge scrolling, slow down on disaster, I need Celsius, sorry, I'm from that side of the world. Doesn't seem to allow anything. Alright, apply, okay. Continue. Yeah, so just wondering where the main river is. I don't want to build a trading house. I think that one must be it. Yeah, it seems to have an entry and an exit, so I'm going to assume that this is the trading river. And what we're going to want to be building is, if I can remember all of my structures right, markets surrounded by most of our sort of housing and industry, and then lots of sort of gathering, hunting, forestry, and actually herbalists, sort of huts to collect the materials that we need to survive. Now, if we were, I'm not going to, but I just want to see, yeah, makes no difference. So, if we had a market in the middle there, we'd basically cover everywhere. That's interesting. I should put a placeholder on it. So I think if I click it and then, whoops, gets rid of it. Market, oh, we've got to clear everything first anyway, so we can't plan it out that much. Okay, that's fine. But yeah, so a market will take up all of this space, and then if we have some hubs, maybe out this way would be a really good place to have a hub. Let's just see again, how far does that go? Okay, so if our servicing to the hub is here, and by a hub, what do I mean? Well, we need our food, food production, gatherer's hut. So what we want, this is a long way from where we start, but I basically want a gatherer's hut. Oh, why not? Oh, that's right, we've got to find... mountains and things get in the way. Alright, so if we had a gatherer's hut there, next to it if we had, say, Forester's Lodge. Did it put that hut there? Yes, I think it did. Maybe it didn't. Hang on. It's been a little while since I've played the game, so... Gatherer's Hut, right. I wanted... Do I actually have? Removal and destruction tools. Yes, I do actually have a structure there. So, okay. Resource, forestry. Let's put a forestry there. What's that? Herbalist. Herbalist there. Hunter. Hunter's cabin there, and we're going to need a storage barn. There as well, right. So, we're going to want all that to happen. We are going to want to store some food. Stockpile, let's build a little stockpile here. Let's then mark the collection. Removal and destruction, what's that? Remove resources. Well, we're going to want pretty much all of this stuff. Let's start the game time moving just slowly. Removal of resources. We also want to clear up a patch here. One times speed is really very slow. Let's make that at least 2 times speed. So, oops, not what I wanted to do. Simulation speed, tools and reports. Priority, increase priority. Right, we need some overlays, so that's our general statistics. Log of events, we probably want our log up somewhere. Map area. Assign jobs to citizens. At the moment we've only got labourers, but we need to have builders as well. We've got nothing to build here, so they're going to have to come down here shortly. We are going to need a road. We're going to need homes as well. Dirt road, if I can find where the centre line was, I think it was there. And Naturally. On the other side. Now, we're going to need some resources around here as well, so let's quickly build a stockpile and let's clear some resources here. And maybe a few more here. And then we can finally get to a point where we're going to want to have a house there. And on the opposite side. So as you can see, the weather is pretty awful in this poor vanished area that these people live in. Oh. And stuff. Increase priority, pathing. Homes, roads, storage bins. All these poor people, none of them have houses. Where were we going to put the market? We were going to put it somewhere around about here. Unless that actually is a market already, in which case we just need some houses. And maybe a bit more road. Why not? What are we up to? It's late spring. How's the food supply? Still have a bit. So we still have time to get some of this underway. That's the gatherer's hut. Oh yes, we have got the market underway. That's not actually what I wanted to do. I want to pause that one. I want to get them to concentrate on this stuff over here. So, yes, this is what happens if you spend too much time looking at other interfaces. We want to up the priority of that. That was that one. Up the priority of those. And we're going too slow. How is it that we have so many people wandering around? Oh, we've got children as well. How many children do we have? 9 children. Wow. We really are going to need to get these guys housed fairly soon. I really didn't want to do that. I wanted to have that paused straight away, so hopefully I haven't done so much that we're going to end up killing ourselves. But I guess we'll see pretty soon. In fact, why don't we go to the one that has the raise priority and just let's raise the priority of everything over here. So we're into early summer. Come on guys, maybe you need some 10 speed. We need to get something happening. Do you not have... Actually, let's make that 5 speed. You may not have enough stockpiles. I don't want you wandering forever to find a stockpile, so let's give you a stockpile over there as well. Oh, and these houses are just outside the range. That's a little unfortunate. In fact, it's already started delivering resources to that one. Let's get another house going. It's fully inside the range. There we go. That market. So, how are we going? Where's that one at? Not very far down the track. And where are we up to? Summer. Alright, well we better build some of these things quick smart. It just needs builders. We've got 4 allocated. Houses is what makes your population grow, but obviously people also need houses to survive, so you're at a continuous balancing act between building too many houses and there you go. So we've got a bunch of people housed. That's not a bad start. We won't all die when it hits winter, although we may not be too far off. How's our food? It's dwindling fast. We need to get this gatherer's hut built. Reserve of firewood is low as well. The reserve of food is low. Yes, I know. We're all going to start starving because I have been slightly too aggressive starting to build that. I didn't mean to do that. Come on, how's your gatherer's hut? More logs, please. Gatherer's hut has got to be highest. Yes, I know. Highest priority. So, 2 gatherer's huts. Oh. I don't want 2 of them. That was a mistake. Just 1. Where are we up to? Reserve of logs is low. Yes, I know. Just get this built, people. You'll be fine. Let's have another little stockpile here. Where are we at? So we're missing a bit of stone. Alright, let's gather some stone quickly. Collect stone. Let's grab stone. Let's get builders. Get this built, people. Come on. What are we up to? Early autumn. How's our food? Gone. So people are going to start starving shortly. They actually have a little bit of food in their houses, but the ones that don't even have a house, they're going to be struggling a bit. Gatherer's hut is built. Let's get 4 gatherers happening. Lower that down. Let's get these houses built. Priority is what we want. Yes, let's get those houses built. There you go. Yes, this is what happens if you try and do too much of the wrong things at the beginning. Very good. We're losing people hand over fist. That was very silly of me the way I started that. I actually wanted to put that on pause immediately, but I forgot how to do it. Let's get more gatherers. How is their gathering doing? I've got something. Oh well, I guess this will be a very slow start. If they don't all freeze to death, they might all be dead, and I'll have to start again, in which case this probably won't go on YouTube from such a poor start. Oh dear. So I really don't need to mark it nearly as early as it's appeared there. Now I have a little bit of food. Some of it's been taken.